Ron Atchison for AutoForge.net, and today I've got my good friend Ole from Flitz in the house.
Nice to meet you.
When you think of Flitz, you instantly think of metal polish. Well, Flitz has a wide variety of products on the market today, and Ole is here to show us one that solves a common problem that all of us have. Any car made in the last 20 years has got plastic headlights, and especially down here in Florida where you've got the really intense sun, it just beats them up in a matter of years. They're yellowed, they're faded, and that becomes a real safety hazard, especially in the evening when you can't see where you're going. So Ole is going to show us the Flitz product that will bring these back to just like new finish. And
thank you, Ron. I'll start once. You know, Flitz has been a product around for 45 years.
Right.
Family-owned company up in Wisconsin. Still there. But it says on here metal, plastic, and fiberglass polish. We're known as metal for many, many years, but never toot our horn much on plastic and fiberglass. The Flitz is like what they call a 4,000 grit, which is super, super, super fine, like a rouge, like a jeweler's rouge.
Right.
And when you have plastic like this, I call it sunburn. The sun has sat on here, and it's a 20-year-old car.
Right.
So basically, it's faded, it's chalky. Now to remove this chalking, you need to sand it, to do the right thing, because you need to get off the sunburn.
Right.
And get down to virgin plastic. And I want to ask you, if you don't mind taping this piece over here up for me, because we're going to tape the paint. Flitz polish is definitely safe, but at the same time, just in case you slip, you don't ruin anything.
Right.
So go ahead and do that.
So we want to fix the headlight, but we don't want to damage the paint in the process of fixing the headlight, do we?
You're 100% right.
So
and one of the things we're going to show here today on AutoForge is what we call a do-it-yourself system for headlight restoration. Now, this is a pre-packed package for the do-it-yourselfer. It comes with a tube of the Flitz polish, which you're going to see demonstrated right away. It comes with a buffing wheel. Now, the buffing wheel is different than the ones you see a lot of times in the marketplace. This is not foam. This is made of viscose felt out of Europe, and it doesn't create heat, and it doesn't tear up like foam. It also comes with the sanding discs, which is basically a 2,000 grit pad to help wet sand, and it comes with a ceramic sealant that you want to afterwards to give it a long-term protection. So this kit is available through AutoForge as a package, but for the professional market, or for those of you actually trying to do a more area, let's say for instance you're doing a semi-truck, or you have several vehicles, rather than buying one single kit, you can buy this in larger sizes, which saves you quite a bit of money versus trying to do the small sizes. Now Ron's got this pretty much done here already, and we were talking before we did this, and I said to Ron, you know, let's just do half the headlight so that you as a consumer can actually see what happens when we use this polish and bring it out. Now, we all have competition, any company does, and a lot of times there's a lot of products out there they just simply spray on and wipe off, and it's instantly clean. Well,
I'll run you a piece right here.
Perfect. I can tell you, if you have something that sprays on and wipes off, let me know, because I want to be the first one that sells it, because there is no magic answer to this. The true answer is you need to remove the bad plastic. Now, what we're going to do here, we have a piece of equipment to make it a little easier with Flex. These come with Velcro. This is a 1,000 grit abrasive pad. I'm going to pop this right on here. Okay. I'm going to take a little water. And the reason I put water on here, basically, it helps lubricate the sanding process.
Now, if a person doesn't have a polisher like that at home, can you do this all by hand?
You could definitely do it by hand. But, you know, I'm kind of lazy.
Well,
but it definitely works by hand just as well. It just takes a little more time. There's actually more time involved in wet sanding this headlight than in polishing it. But the cool thing is, you can bring this right back to life, and it'll last for at least a year. One of the problems is with normal headlight cleaning kits, you can do it, it looks beautiful for, let's say, a month or so,
right,
and you're right back to problems again. And that's what I want to show you when we're all done. We'll show you how to take off with a ceramic sealant, how to give it that long-term protection.
Okay.
So what we're doing here, Ron, you might be able to see it by camera or not, but basically we're removing a very light layer of plastic.
Yeah, you can see it in the, looks like a white slurry on there.
100% right. And then we're all basically done now. So you can see even on the pad here how it's white, like you said, a slurry.
Right.
But the cool thing about these pads that you can get from AutoForge, you can take these off, take water, rinse it, and reuse it.
Sure.
It's not like a regular sandpaper that once you use it, it's not good any longer.
Okay.
Now, we're going to take the Flitz polish, which again is the paste product like this over here. Now this is the jumbo size, but when you're doing a lot of plastic, a lot of fiberglass, even plastic windows, you smear a little bit on top, just like I'm doing.
All right.
Now I'm just using my hands. All these products, by the way, are very, very, very safe to use. You can use gloves and different things. Some people, I still recommend safety glasses because it does spray out a little bit when using it.
Right.
But at the same time, when you apply it, we take a regular drill. Now this drill here does around 2,500 RPM, Ron. And if you notice, there's a shaft built in here.
Mm-hmm.
Now this shaft is built right into the tool. So you basically pop it right on your drill. And this is a covering to protect the shroud from scratching something.
Right.
This is all protected here with the screw systems, all patented. These are made viscose felt. See, it doesn't tear up.
Yeah, it's
See,
fair.
foam, especially when you hit something sharp, you break it right up. This happens to be our 7-inch buff ball that we sell through AutoForge. We sell actually 4 sizes through AutoForge. You can buy a 2-inch buff ball to get small holes, a 3-inch buff ball, a 5-inch, and 7-inch.
Okay.
I call the right tool for the right job.
All right.
The normal buffer we would sell and use on headlights would be a 3-inch, which is for the do-it-yourselfer.
Okay.
But again, for the professional person doing a lot of them.
Or like you were saying earlier, if you're doing a big semi-headlight, you'd want the big one.
Exactly. Now I go slow first, just to apply the product, kind of smoosh it around, because it takes a little while for the ball to buff up and absorb the polish. Once I do that, then I get the speed. If you notice, I go very slow, take my time, and as I'm doing this, the ball brings the air like an air conditioner.
Oh, I can feel it all the way over
you?
here.
So what's happening is now,
It's like you turned on a fan.
exactly, like a fan. So the key is take your time, go slowly. You do create friction with the polish. But remember how I was talking before, how the polish is a 4,000 grit? What you're doing now, you're actually removing a very, very light layer of plastic. So there you go, Ron.
Wow.
Restored. Now,
Yeah, that was just actually like the minute and a half you spent.
exactly. Then you get a little lint off this. This is a brand new buff ball, so you get a little lint. When you use the more you use it, you get less lint. But the biggest question we get constantly at the factory, how do we keep it clean?
Right.
So,
Now, obviously, if your first application didn't do it,
you could do it a second time, not a problem
Right,
at all.
right.
When it gets really nasty, as I was saying earlier, the secret is to wet sanding it down to virgin plastic. You want to get down to clear plastic. And here at AutoForge, we sell the abrasives.
Right.
You can buy 2 or 3 pads if you want to. They're not very expensive. It just takes the time to do it. But this,
Well, when you consider the cost of a new headlight, that can be $500, $1,000. That's
I guarantee you, this headlight is at least $400 to $500. I guarantee
Right.
it, and especially on a bigger or newer, different type vehicle. Your ceramic sealant that we sell through Flitz is used on plastic, paint, and even glass. But ceramics is going to hold up the longest. So simply spray a little bit of this on. It looks like water. Take a microfiber and just simply wipe it off. Now we do this purposely. The audience, of course, you can see the difference. You can't feel like I am.
right.
But run your hands once over here, Ron, compare to the other side. Isn't that difference?
Yeah,
It's amazing.
It's night and day difference.
Yeah. And once we do this, let me just show you here by pulling off this tape. You could really see how this is brought
Yeah,
back.
that's quite dramatic difference.
Yeah.
For what, 5-6 minutes?
Exactly. So really to do it, I always tell people like, nothing's a miracle. It all takes work. But
Right, but that wasn't a lot of work.
no. So if you spend even 15 minutes a headlight, that's a half an hour for your car. You easily paid for your do-it-yourself kit. But through AutoForge, if you decide, we've actually, people contact us, they do this for extra money.
Right.
Because so many cars are out there, I guarantee you 1/3 of most cars have faded headlights.
Oh, sure they do.
And it could be also other type of plastics like windows on boats. You know, you guys sell for anything from airplanes to marine use, golf carts, race cars. And
Well, not only do you have the expense of the headlight itself, if you're not a handy person or you got tools or you got the time, now you're paying someone else to take the old ones off, put the new ones on. So now with the labor on top of the cost of the headlight, you know, you've just doubled everything. So.
Correct. And even if you had it done professionally somewhere, they'll charge anywhere from $50 to $75 up to $100 a headlight.
Right.
So this is something you could definitely save yourself.
Yeah.
So let's get back to work and let's finish this up. What do you think?
Right. Yeah, but we got another headlight to do. Yeah. Well, I hope you found this video informative. If you did, I'll provide a link for all the Flitz products so you can go there and get all the information you need. We've got a wide variety of Flitz products that we offer. Ole, it was great having you in the shop
Thank you
today.
again.
If you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe. This is Ron Atchison for AutoForge.net. Thanks for watching.